if you want more happiness, more performance in your life, meaning in all levels, he's the guy that's just gonna make it happen. And I'm actually fortunate to introduce him, my mentor, my brother, Carl Stokes. Good job. Good job.
Let's give Andre a hand, okay? That's some positive stuff there. Andre and I have a real strong relationship. We talk like every day, 2 or 3 times a day. He'll call me, hey man, I'm having problems with this girl and all this stuff. Like, listen, man, I told you, man, stay away from that. Stay focused. Stay focused for at least 3 to 5 years.
Right.
At this point we're at now. After those 5 years, look up and see where you're at. And then I'm quite sure you'll be ahead of all your friends and most of the people in your age bracket. The most important thing I try to tell them is just listen, learn from me, learn from Yuri, learn from our mistakes, watch us, and we're gonna guide you. I give you the best guidance I can possibly give him to make the moves, like he said with his career. And he was working in Jersey City, and he was making about, I'm gonna throw some numbers out there. He was making about $48,000 a year back then, and he was in his cubicle. And I said, Dre, you gotta get out of that cubicle, man. You gotta get out. You're getting that hamster wheel. Before you know it, it's 3 years, it's 4 years, 5 years. You're sitting behind there, man. You're gonna start putting on weight. You're gonna start getting comfortable. You're gonna go home and you're gonna eat your potato chips. And before you know it, it's gonna be 10 years go by and no progress made. I said, you're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone, get out of that box, and just really take a leap of faith and go ahead and start getting into sales. So he started out, he was making $48K at one job. I'm gonna throw some numbers out there. I tell you right now, I don't know how much he makes. He don't tell us, but I know he's making a lot of money.
He can buy us food now. Exactly. I'm tired about it. I think we carried all the food for years. Now he can buy our lunch. Hey, listen, we going out to lunch after today.
He bought you a lot of lunches, man.
And snacks.
Snacks, like, oh man, you got me covered. I said, man, you're a big boy, man. You eat a lot, So listen, the top 1% in the United States make about $365,000 per year in income. He's in the top 1%. That's what I'm talking about. It's not always about the money. It's just about giving yourself the avenues and being able to control your destiny and your lifestyle. To tell you a little bit about myself, like Andre said, and I have Darlene. She known me for years. We grew up together. I'm from Newark, and I just always had that drive and things like that. But after college, I got involved with a company called Snapple and Mystics. You guys remember Snapple?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mystics? Yeah. I was the first minority distributor in New Jersey with Mystics and Snapple. And it turned in the beginning it was tough because it was a new product and it came out and no one was buying. All of a sudden, we took Mystic from like the suburbs and took it down to the hill, to the hood, and Yuri, I was like, they put something in this, man. I said, they gotta be putting something in. They putting crack or something.
A whole lot of sugar.
A whole lot of sugar, man. Because when we first started out with Mystics, and it was for the first 8 months, we couldn't move a case. It was sitting in the warehouse, and I was like, oh, what did I do? I took my savings. I was married. I got 2 little babies. I'm like, oh, my wife's gonna bust me open, man. This ain't gonna work. And what happened by the time May came around, LaShawn, we couldn't keep a trailer of beverages in the warehouse. The trailers were coming in the morning. By 12 o'clock, it was gone, and it just took off. And it's so funny because I had 2 other partners when I started, and the 3rd month, one of them bailed out. By the 6th month, David bailed out, and I was there by myself. And it was like, man, we're gonna go back to work. I said, listen, I'm gonna grind this out. And thank God I did, because I took that leap of faith, like Andre said. I know that if I didn't take that leap of faith, I'm going to wind up right where I came from, which was the streets of Newark, and I couldn't have that. So I had to take that leap of faith. So I'm telling you today, whatever your dreams and your desires are, you have to have that mental toughness to push yourself to go ahead and make it happen. It has nothing to do with your age or anything like that, your sex, None of that. This is a new world, new economy. So there's opportunities out there for everyone. So I took that leap of faith, and before I knew it, by the time I was 32, I'm talking to my accountant, and you might know him. He's from Barringer, went to high school. Remember Chris Darby? Okay, Chris was my CPA back then. And I'm just grinding, like I was telling Andre, I'm grinding for about 3 years. My head down, just working, taking care of the family, not really looking at what I was earning. And he gives me a call and he says, yo, bro. And I said, what's up? He said, man, you just hit the $1 million mark. I was like, what? He said, yeah, you just made $1 million, man. I was like, Darlene, why did he say that? I went out shopping. We had the wife and the kids. We in Short Hills Mall. My daughters run around. We rich. I bought a Range Rover, BMW convertible. And I tell you this because coming from the streets of Newark and going through college, which I didn't tell you guys half the story, because in college, at 19, I was in class and I was playing sports, and the teacher asked me to get up and speak. Now, I suffer from dyslexia. So when I had to speak in front, I couldn't speak in front of people either, but I had to speak in front of this class, man. It was the most embarrassing moment, one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, because here I am, a minority kid from the hood. I'm in this suburban class setting. There's about 25 kids and a student in the classroom, and I'm the only brother there, and he's telling me to speak and read, and you know what they say, I was a dumb football player. And so I was so embarrassed, but I had to make a decision right there. That's when I came to that crossroad in my life where I had to say, well, either I'm gonna deal with this and face it like a man, or just fall off and go back to the hood and whatever happens, happens. So I decided to, hey, there she go. I decided to go with the leap of faith and just deal with that dyslexia and work it out. And I still deal with it today, but listen, the reason why I tell you that story too is because no matter what obstacles you have in front of you, no matter what struggles you deal with, because nobody's perfect, we're all constantly learning. I'm learning every day, we're all learning from each other. Don't worry about that. Push that to the side and just go after your dreams, and just keep the faith and just keep going, and you'll be surprised what you can do. So that's a little bit about my background, but one thing I do want to, before I continue, I want to say we have a celebrity guest. Madison, let's give her a hand. Madison Realty, one of the top producers in here in the state of New Jersey. She's going to do some speaking for us, give us some information on some real estate. But I want to go into our program while we're here, because at Zeb University we talk about personal development, self-help, no matter where you're at in your life. If you plan on living 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road, I'm quite sure you want to be comfortable, you want to be successful. So the most important thing you want to do is get your mind right. That's the most important thing. And like they said in the Bible, as a man thinketh, a man shall be, or in the case, women. And what that pretty much what us tells us, that's personal development. That's one of the most important things in the Bible. As you think, so shall you be. So what that tells us that it's all about mindset. It's all about what you think. It's all about how you feel about yourself. So we're going to go into some training. If you guys look at that last page, that's in there. It looks like this. It says Zeb High Performance Training. I know you guys are wondering what this is all about, right? Can someone tell me, give me an idea of what they think this is all about? It looks like a formula, right?
It's like the metrics?
Yeah, it's a timeline, yeah. It's a 7-step system. This is a system that I developed about 12, 13 years ago, and I use this system to achieve any goal that I want to achieve in life. And it's all about mindset, subconscious mind. So I'm gonna give you guys some training, but that's what it really is about. And for those who are live on Facebook, they have this information. We're gonna run through this formula. I'm gonna give you a definition what all these letters represent and what they mean, and how you can use this formula to reach whatever goal you want to reach in life. But before I do that, can someone give me an idea of what a goal that they're trying to reach, say, the next 90 days? Because about this, somebody give me some information. Anybody want to tell me? Go ahead.
We'll get this t-shirt company going.
T-shirt company? Okay, good for you. Let's give them a hand. Okay. Is it going to be online?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lose 30 pounds.
Lose 30 pounds? Yeah, we all want.
How would you?
We all want to do that one, right? Okay, so we're going to use the example and use your own example as a formula you need to succeed. But see, what happens is that this is information they never really gave us in college or even in school, or generational, like you said, generational wealth. Most of our families just don't know that. They kind of like just work with what they have. But in order for you to succeed or reach any goal is a process. It takes time. Just like there's a process for failure, there's a process for success. There's a process if you want to go to college and you want to get a degree, you have to go through the process. You want to apply for a job, you got to fill out the form, application, go through the process. You want to lose weight, you got to put a plan in place, and you got to go through the process. So everything is a process. So this process that I created is something that you can use to improve any one of the 4 major areas of your life. And the 4 areas that we pretty much cover here at Zebby University is your health, your career, your finances, and your relationships. And those are the 4 major areas of life. And I think that after your training, you guys can see with Andre, he pretty much have it all in life. His health is good, he's making money, his relationships are fine, and his career is where he wanted to be. And he used this system that I'm about to explain to you guys. So we're gonna run through this, and then I'm gonna have Madison do her thing. So we're gonna run through this right quick. The letter A